From the depths of your mother's basement, it's Riftmax Live! Tonight, Cymatic Bruce, WormSlayer, and Riftmax developers MikeArms and Caine, featuring the NPC band. And I'm Flake. Now, here's your host, Reverend Kyle!
Thank you. Welcome to the first episode of Riftmax Live, where the guests are virtual and the labs are all simulated. I am your host, Reverend Kyle. Joining me, as always, is my lovable furry sidekick, Flake. And off to my far, far right is the best live entertainment that $30 at an asset store can buy, the NPC Band. All right, thank you. Now, I have to tell you all what is actually happening here is that I am actually wearing an Oculus Rift, and I have Razer Hydras in my hand. So I am controlling this avatar with this equipment, as will all of our guests and Flake. The band, unfortunately, is not. They're just animated. But anyway, so this is new technology, and we're using the Riftmax Theater to show it off in this show. So I'm really hoping that you guys enjoy this. So, you know, when Caine and Mike asked me to host this show, I thought to myself, well, I don't think Jay Leno has discovered the Oculus Rift yet, so my job is probably safe for at least a little while. It is a strange thing, though, to be standing up on this stage. I mean, it isn't real, and I'm not even standing up. You have no idea where I really am or what I'm really doing. Yeah, all right. So, a few fun nuggets from the news recently. Developer Greg Miller released his creation, Jerry's Place VR. This fun little demo lets you explore the famous apartment Jerry Seinfeld lived in during his show. What was that show called again?
Seinfeld?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Flake. You know, I had a chat with the developer on what his next project was going to be. He said it's a toss-up between either Hoarders VR or Honey Boo Boo VR. Either way, I think we can agree that there are some things that should just never be experienced in virtual reality. So what else do we have? The Legend of Zelda has made its way to the Oculus Rift thanks to the developer Dark Akuma. This is the first-person reimagining of the timeless 80s classic. It's amazing how an old game like that can be reimagined in VR and be such a success. But it got me thinking, what other games are there that would be terrible to be, like the absolute worst games to be converted to a first-person VR experience? But every time I thought of one, I realized it would actually probably work. So games like Q*bert, Donkey Kong, Prince of Persia, Keystone Capers, they would all be great in first-person VR. But then I figured it out. It hit me. The absolute worst game ever, and it should never be converted to VR, the 1982 classic for the Atari 2600, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. If anyone ever made that game into a VR experience, it's surely a path to bankruptcy. So let's see, what else? Congratulations to the Classroom Aquatic dev team for making their Kickstarter goal. It was a little tense there, down to the wire even, but they did make it, and that's very cool. I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to cheating off some dolphins in the very near future. Yeah, so not to bum everybody out, but I do have a sad announcement to make. We already lost one of our members of our crew. Before we even had a chance to record the first episode, I had to fire my assistant, Jimmy. You know, it was Jimmy's job to make sure that Flake and I had enough to drink. And, you know, working under these bright virtual lights, you know, you can get parched pretty quickly. Flake and I realized we weren't getting our drinks. He wasn't giving us our drinks quick enough. And so we had to fire Jimmy because, well, his refresh rate wasn't high enough. All right. So, you know, Flake, this is, as far as we know, the first ever talk show held completely within virtual reality. You know, so there's going to be some technical difficulties, maybe some glitches here or there. You know, so please, as the audience, bear with us in case we run into any, you know, technical difficulties.
Rev.
Yeah, Flake, hold on. I'm trying to get some compassion from the audience here.
Yeah, I get all that. I don't know about you, but I'm getting wet.
Well, that's the good thing about doing this in VR is that we do have, you know, some control here. Let me just snap my fingers and. All right, hold on.
Well, now what?
Whoa! Oh! Okay, let me try this again. Just snap my fingers again and. There we go. Woo! Like I said, we're in control. Another thing that's really good about doing this in VR is, you know, you can be totally casual at home. You just throw a nice tux on your avatar and you're good to go.
Rev, I know exactly what you mean. I'm actually completely naked right now.
I'm not really sure I needed or wanted to know that. Steering away from your nudity, how does it feel to be part of something so groundbreaking?
To be honest, Rev, a bit sleepy. I mean, it's like 10 a.m. where I'm at, so to be up this early on a Saturday morning, that's what's truly groundbreaking for me.
Well, I mean, you know, we got to accommodate our international audience here. Speaking of which, we probably should properly introduce you to those of you in the audience who have no idea who you are. So, Flake, tell us about yourself.
Well, as you know, Rev, I'm Flake. I'm from Calgary, Alberta. And, you know, the moment my good friend Caine, who you'll be meeting later, once he received his dev kit, I just became his guinea pig. He'd have me test out all his games, and then before you knew it, I was hooked, and the virtual reality guinea pig was born, or hatched, or I don't know, whatever guinea pigs do.
Yeah, you are the VR guinea pig. We've actually seen some of your Let's Play videos on YouTube and whatnot. I understand you actually brought a clip for us. You know, why don't you set this up for us?
All right, well, yeah, I did, and it's just a quick clip of some of the best of the VR guinea pig material. Mike, can you roll that clip for us?
I feel so duped, man.
I'm sorry, Rev. I just could not resist. Mike, can you actually run the real clip for us?
Let's just do that. Calm everybody down. Oh! Stitch, what did you think of the Riftmax meetup today?
I mean, no, the frame rate wasn't that bad. Come on.
Oh! A Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one. Do not use that reference. There's blood-soaked bodies everywhere, gross eggs and infections and infestations. You know, all things considered, still a lot nicer than a Carnival cruise ship. Hold on.
Amigo,
I'm speaking to a camera. And you can get access. Like what?
It's the golden dick.
And we'll see you soon. Kitchen. I hide in your bushes.
Wow, that's really funny stuff, Flake. You should be proud of yourself.
Thanks, buddy. I try.
All right. Well, I suppose it's time to get this show on the road.
Wait, Rev. We forgot to plug the upcoming Red Carpet Gala for Riftmax.
Right. Go ahead.
Well, Rev, as you know, I'll be the host for this upcoming Riftmax launch gala, and we'll be having a number of really awesome performers, and including stand-up by, well, you.
Yeah, I really need to have a chat with my agent about what they booked me for.
Rev?
Oh, nothing. Yeah. So the gala's going to be awesome. All right. Well, I guess let's get this show on the road. Okay?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, for our first guests, we have the folks who made all of this possible. The developers of Riftmax Theater, MikeArms and Caine. All right. Well, it's great to have you guys on as our first guests. This is great.
Great to be here.
Thanks for having us, Rev.
All right. So this project, it looks amazing so far. Can you tell us how you got to this point?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having us on the show today, Kyle. It's great to be here. You know, I've been working on the game for about a year now, since about the time I was waiting for my dev kit to arrive. But I was influenced a lot by the book Ready Player One, especially with the multiplayer stuff. From the start, I just wanted to develop the game in view of the community so I could get feedback from others and have them test and give suggestions, which has worked out really awesomely and definitely helped every step of the way. So I started with that Thriller 4D video as a way to demo the 4D effects idea and just to evolve the game from there. Lately, we've been playing a lot with the live stage ideas, but we do plan on continuing the 4D themes and those videos, and those should be getting better as well. So the idea is anyone here at Riftmax can run their own theater the way they want, and we'll be adding features to help those servers run like as unique of theaters as they can.
Okay, and what about you, Caine? What do you have to add to that?
Well, I've been following this project for quite a while and was just amazed at what Mike was able to accomplish developing this on his own. So we'd been trading messages back and forth about doing different things with the theater program, and I was very happy that he was willing to let me join him as developer, and I think we make a damn good team.
All right, cool. So tell us what changes or features you're currently working on.
Well, one of the main priorities right now is to make it a lot easier to play videos with other people. We're always looking for ways to integrate with some of the main video websites like YouTube, but lately we've been throwing around some good ideas for our own web integration and maybe an online video manager. But things will get easier on that front. Lately I've been working on the haunted theater and a central lobby area that will be a cool place to just explore and have fun. But I see it as a place you can also check out movie times or performance times that are set by players. Sit and have a drink at the bar or the snack shop. You know, go to the nightclub, maybe the arcade. But the classic theaters are also going to be changed out with new models soon, and those will double as auditoriums like this one as well. So any ideas the community wants to provide would be awesome too. And we also have plans for a drive-in theater. Going to be in here really soon. That was made by a member of the community.
That's really cool. What about you, Caine? What do you have to add to that?
On the social side of things, as Flake mentioned with the gala, we're looking to do all kinds of different innovative events and shows using Riftmax Theater as the platform. Obviously, like this one, maybe film festivals, really anything that is possible. So we would encourage anyone who's watching who has any ideas or big VR dreams about doing their own show or event in here, please get in touch and we can do our best to help you pull it off.
Fantastic. It sounds like all very exciting stuff. I know you guys have had some big plans. Can you give us a few hints about what kind of features we can expect on the road?
Yeah, we got some really fun things planned, like new 4D environments, kind of like this underwater one that'll work in any of the theaters. Also some new theater types like space and some new outdoor stuff. But we'll be focusing on user-generated content, like a 4D movie maker and a live action recorder. With the live action recorder, you'll be able to hit record for whatever you do on stage and then play it back like it's live. So it sounds like a really cool idea. Not everyone has to be there at the same time either. You can add it later by adding your individual performance file after the fact. Also, I see the 4D movie maker as a separate program you'd probably run on a monitor and make effect sequences, kind of like the Thriller video, to share in the theater with others. Along with that, we'll always just be looking to improve the whole experience as we go, however we see the priorities in that.
Great. And how about you, Caine?
Well, with the recorder that Mike mentioned, I mean, this could be absolutely amazing. Like, just imagine the ability to go and watch a play and walk around and pick your seat anywhere in the audience to anywhere in the actual set and move around the actors while they're doing their thing. I mean, the sky's really the limit with this program, and I mean, Mike has incredible talent, and anybody who's been following this knows that he's constantly updating and making it better and better. And I have to say, what other VR program is there that allows you to ride on the back of a whale in a movie theater?
And I don't know about you guys, but ever since I saw Free Willy, I've been waiting to ride a whale. So this time in VR, looking forward to it.
It's about time.
Well, this is obviously a huge project, guys. Do you have any plans on adding more developers to help out down the road?
Yeah, I'll let Caine answer that one.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, we're enthusiasts, and our goal here is just to make something really special that everybody in the community who's interested can feel a part of. So again, we want to encourage anyone who is interested to get in touch. The community feedback to date we've had has had a huge impact on how everything's approached and the current features that you'll see in today's build. So we want to facilitate a lot of different community content, anything from alternative theater types to avatar customization options, collectibles. I mean, you see your little doll that you have on your desk, Rev, things like that. So we're really only limited by the extent of our imaginations. So please drop us a line. We're easy to find on Reddit. There's a Riftmax subreddit, and Mike has a very active thread on the Oculus developer forum.
Great. So, Caine, can you tell us a little bit more about the launch gala that's coming up, and maybe even a little bit more about the upcoming Kickstarter campaign?
Absolutely. We're planning a true red carpet Hollywood style premiere, and we're going to have a variety of performers. Like Flake said, he's going to be doing the hosting duties, and as Flake also mentioned, one of our performers, I understand, is going to be the stand-up comedy stylings of one Reverend Kyle, and we'll also have a number of other surprises in store, so stay tuned for that. As far as the Kickstarter goes, we'll be looking to launch that soon after the gala, and we're coming up with some really cool rewards, things we think people are really going to like. Mike mentioned some of the things that we're working on to get people excited about this, so we're really at the point where Kickstarter funds and donations can really help us propel this program forward and getting better and better.
Wow. Just, it's all very amazing stuff, guys. I want to thank you all for everything that you do.
Thank you, Rev.
All right, folks, Riftmax developers, MikeArms and Caine. Okay. Well, our next guest will be familiar to Oculus Redditors as one of the mods, as well as his work on part of the team responsible for the Half-Life 2 VR mod. Really amazing stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, WormSlayer. All right, WormSlayer, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on.
That's good. That's good. So, you're a moderator on the Oculus subreddit. How did you end up with such a job?
Kind of by default, really. On the first day of the Kickstarter, I threw my dollars in to get one of the first dev kits and went on to Reddit, as you do, and thought I'd look and see if there was an Oculus subreddit, and there was no such thing. So I went off to make a cup of tea, and while I was up there I thought, I should make my own subreddit with blackjack and hookers, and came back downstairs, and turns out that Telesin had done it in the time I was out of the room, so I posted the first ever link and told him to mod me up, and there you go.
That's great. That's funny that just that quickly somebody beat you to the punch. But, having been there since the beginning, I imagine that you've had a pretty good time watching the community grow. Do you have any favorite moments on Reddit, or maybe some favorite posts?
Yeah, it's grown exponentially over the last year. It's incredible, really. Hard to pick out any one particular post, though. There's so much cool stuff. I always get a kick when Palmer drops by and corrects people. I think he actually just came into the audience up there somewhere, so that's kind of cool. Hey, Palmer.
Oh, good. Hello. How you doing, Palmer? So, that's cool. Let's talk a little bit about your involvement with the Half-Life 2 VR mod. How did you get started with that?
Yeah, so some of the older Oculus users here may remember Nathan's first ever prototype of him using some YEI trackers to make a sort of homebrew decoupled VR setup, and I noticed there were some issues with the models there where Valve had, for optimization reasons, not actually modelled half of the weapons. So I offered to join him and help out with that, and we're still working on it a year later.
And that's great. I think it's wonderful that you guys are still working on that. Now, you brought along a trailer of some of your latest stuff to share with us. Can we check that out? Mike, can you cue it up for us, buddy? I love that quote.
There you have it.
That Gabe Newell quote that came from his AMA on Reddit. That was hilarious. What a great answer.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
So when I watched this video, I'm assuming this is Half-Life 3 confirmed. Is that right?
I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of a third Half-Life.
You heard it here, folks. Right here first, folks. All right, there we go. All right, so, other than your involvement with all of that, you're also a mod on the Metacraft server. How's that been for you?
Indeed, that's been pretty awesome. Metacraft is our Minecraft server for the Minecraft VR mod, and we've been running that for a while now, and it's been really pretty awesome. And tomorrow, in fact, we're having a live event which kind of coincides with Bruce's weekly streaming thing, and we're hoping to get as many people as possible to log in and help us build the Black Sun Club from Neil Stephenson's Snow Crash.
Oh, wow, that's right. Yeah, it's going to be this huge, big pyramid, black sun. It's going to be made completely out of obsidian, I think, is what we're going to do.
That's the plan. Yeah.
All right. Well, WormSlayer, it's been very nice to have you on this first episode. I want to thank you very much for being on the show. We'll probably have you back again sometime. All right, great, fantastic. So, I'd like to talk a little bit about the whole foveated rendering concept that has been discussed on Reddit last week.
You know what, Rev? I did see something on that, but to be honest, all that stuff just goes right over my head.
Well, it's a very cool concept. Apparently, it requires some super high quality eye tracking, but it lets you get away from rendering a small percentage of the event. What's going on here? Flake, a little help here.
Security. There's a disturbance in the force.
What do we got going on here? I'll take care of it.
Thank you, security.
Sorry about that, folks. That's what you get when you do a live show. Battles to the death. Apparently, they got into a pretty heated argument backstage about whether Sony's planned HMD will be any competition for the Oculus. All right. So our next guest really doesn't need an introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. He was one of the first people to get a development kit, and we've been watching him check out Rift content ever since. Cymatic Bruce. Hey, buddy. How's it going, man?
Man, it's going well. It's good to be here. This is groundbreaking. This is amazing to be here.
I'm really digging this, Other than Flake flipping back and forth, this is going pretty smoothly so far, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's living up to his namesake. It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, if he ever does figure it out, we'll have to change his name from Flake to Consistent. So, all right. So you got a few things going on in your world right now. You just recently joined the Road to VR team. How's that been for you?
Man, that has been going pretty good. It's just busy. I've got my inboxes full on all of my communication channels. It's nuts. I just got that much busier, but it's a quality team of guys, and the VR Collective is out there getting some quality news, talking to devs, talking to people in the community. So, yeah, it's been a blast so far, and happy to be a part of it.
That's cool. Everybody here knows that your Sunday stream has just been an amazing success. I know I watch it myself every week. You recently switched away from Twitch and started using Hitbox. Care to explain why?
Yeah, so Twitch had a bunch of issues. Basically, Twitch is growing so huge with the PlayStation 4 and upcoming Xbox integration, and the back end is a little bit wonky as far as getting videos to YouTube and so forth. So it was just a little bit of a struggle. So I decided to look out some other options, and Hitbox has some good video and audio quality. The back end is pretty clean. I can do polls. The chat delay is very low. So yeah, overall it's worked out. The community has given me some good feedback. So I think it's going to be Hitbox from here on out. So yeah, it's doing pretty.
That's fantastic. Yeah, there's been a load of new demos that have just been falling from the sky. Do you have any new favorites or any must plays?
Oh, absolutely. Since the Global Game Jam, there has been quite a few awesome Oculus Rift titles out there. For example, Shadow Projection, very original gameplay mechanic, when you actually have to look around and try to discern what 3D shape you're going to pick. It's pretty original, pretty creative. There was a title I just played on my last stream, Techno Lust, which was out of control awesome. It's like this cyber cyberpunk Blade Runner-ish adventure game, and it just totally sucked me in immediately. And so that was really good. VR training was also pretty awesome too. That was like a homage to this old Metal Gear Solid VR training missions, and that was like instantly addictive. So very nice, very cool stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I heard Technolust is just fantastic. It's on my list of things to do this weekend. That's great. Now, those of us who watch the stream on a regular basis, we want to know, do you have a number? I mean, how many demos have you actually broken on your stream over the course of all of it?
Oh man. So I'm starting to earn the nickname Cymatic Breaker because all my streams end up having some demo totally broken throughout the course of it, and whether it's because I'm playing alphas and pre-alphas and tech demos, or because of my own incompetence, I'm not sure. But I would say about 60-65% of demos I play just end up, crapping themselves after a while. So it's pretty high.
Yeah, but we like it because it institutes the chat to get in and start talking about it, and it's a good time. If those of you who haven't tried it yet, Sundays, usually, 1 p.m. Pacific time, check out Cymatic Bruce's stream. It's fantastic. Now, you recently did a presentation at the London VR meetup via Skype. How did that go?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So it actually went well, technically. I was expecting something to break, and it didn't, which was awesome. But yeah, overall, it went very well. I did this presentation. It was like a PowerPoint with me, a little picture in the side there about the VR experience from end to end, like, easing a person in and gripping them in the beginning, and then easing them out and maintaining the immersion as they exit. And it was well received, had some good questions, and yeah, I really hope to do it again sometime. It was really cool to do kind of a remote presentation that way, so worked out.
That's fantastic to hear. So, all right. Well, I have to ask: did you pull off this fake British accent that you guys do?
Of course, Rev. I had to try it at least once, just to give the people a little taste, just see what would happen.
That's wonderful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Cymatic Bruce. All right. Well, Flake, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
That was a lot of fun. And more importantly, Rev, I am still naked.
All right. Well, that was the first episode of Riftmax Live. We hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone who was involved, made this such a special event. All of you out there in the audience, MikeArms, Caine, Cymatic Bruce, WormSlayer, Palmer, if you're out there, thank you very much for coming. And thank you all very much for watching.